Hello, welcome to Asian Pacific America. I'm Robert Honda, your host for our show on NBC Bay Area and Cozy TV. Today we have a show I've been looking forward to for quite a while, starting with a topic close to my heart. Many years ago, I got involved in a new community program called Growing Up Asian in America, and now we profile just how much the program itself has grown up as it celebrates its 20th anniversary. And then we will have 3 award winners from that program getting some well-deserved recognition in an upcoming ceremony, as well as on our show today. Then we continue our ongoing Lunar New Year celebration with the Chinese Historical Society of America. The CHSA is getting ready to ring in the new year, the Year of the Ram, at its museum in San Francisco. And we continue our tradition of presenting artistic performances, and what could be more appropriate than one by the Far East Dragon Lion Dance Association, a nonprofit youth group and dance troupe which promotes cultural and community awareness by its dance and dancers. That performance coming up later on our show. A Growing Up Asian in America may have grown up, but it is still growing. This year, the program is celebrating its 20th anniversary, and we have a couple of guests who deserve credit for that success. Joining me today is Audrey Yamamoto, the president and executive director of Asian Pacific Fund, an organization that invests emotionally and financially into the community. And also with us is someone who helps put this show on behind the scenes, but has agreed to appear on camera because, quite simply, Growing Up Asian in America is his baby. He is Lance Liu, Director of Community Marketing here at NBC Bay Area and a producer on our show. Both of you, thank you very much for being here.
This is great. This is a nice change.
Isn't it, though? Yeah. And, of course, a lot of people may not realize how far back we go, including working on Growing Up Asian. Give me an idea here in terms of how that got started, and especially what made you feel as though this was something that needed to be started.
So, 1970, there was a big wave of immigrants coming to the Bay Area, and by 1995, those families had children in school. Everyone was looking for an opportunity to kind of talk about their heritage. Corporate sponsors were looking for ways to get engaged with the Asian community, so that kind of provided some funding for things. I think that President Clinton had expanded Asian Pacific Heritage Month to become a month as opposed to just 1 week. So all the things are just kind of ripe. You might call it a cultural touchdown.
And what made you decide the format of the contest, and who are you looking for? What kind of things, what kind of ideas and thoughts were you looking for from the participants?
So the first couple of years, we kept the theme very simple. How was it growing up Asian in America? You know, kids coming from bicultural families, kids who had a problem of perhaps fitting in. The funny lunches that they would bring and the kids making fun of them, we all kind of related to that.
And Audrey, obviously when a program like this grows, it gets a little bit harder to put on and to keep up with the demand and the pace and the growth. Give me an idea here. I talked before about how your organization invests emotionally as well as financially. What made the group decide to get involved in this, and what are kind of the rewards that you seek?
Well, it was a natural fit for us. I think Lance has been a longtime partner of the fund, so he was a great sort of impetus for the program to be able to happen, and then we have partnered with him ever since to be able to keep it going. And as he said, we've been really fortunate to have corporate sponsors that have been involved from the very beginning. Many of them have supported us for many years, such as Wells Fargo and Target and NBC Bay Area. And for us, for the fund, it's a really great way for us to raise awareness of some of the needs within the Asian American community. That is part of our focus. And it's getting that youth perspective on what it's like to grow up both Asian and American. And so for me, even though I've been involved only for the last 3 years, it's been really great to hear from our youth both their dreams for the future and how much pride they take in being Asian and in their cultural heritage, but also some of the challenges that they face, such as being new immigrants or dealing with bullying in school or struggling against stereotypes.
And one thing, of course, none of us really had anything like this when we were growing up in terms of a way to express yourself, a way to do it in a competitive way as well. For yourself, do you see something like this kind of special about this kind of a contest, something that's available for the generations now?
Yeah, I think it is a really unique opportunity for youth, not just to express themselves creatively through art, essay, and video, but really reflect on their own Asian heritage. I don't think there are many other programs out there that encourage and inspire youth to do that, and then to celebrate that content that's created. They are celebrated at a large awards ceremony at the Asian Art Museum. It's a wonderful way for them to be recognized for their creativity and then to share their voice with the rest of the community.
You know, your group recognized Stephen Chen the co-founder of YouTube. And one of the things that we were talking to him when we were meeting with him was the idea that there are not a lot of outlets sometimes for young Asian Americans. The mainstream media, a lot of the entertainment forms for them don't really exist as much for them as it might for other people. Do you think that this kind of, in a way, helps fill that?
I think so, and there's some great video of you emceeing the event, which is great. 20 years ago, Robert, you look great. But
I finally grew up.
What's nice about the program is that it has grown to be the largest event in the country. We have had 24,000 winners and given over $500,000. So just because the participation will always be there, and our best people who help make the program happen are teachers, libraries. Libraries help us promote it, and our students, our Asian students, are at the library. They're at school, and a big award.
And there's so many different ways for young people to express themselves now. I mean, at one time it was strictly maybe essay and drawing. Now look at the different ways that they can do it.
Because I would have never thought that the video category would be so prolific with entries. And just great videos too. The stories are great. I have my favorites, and we like to always, when we're like looking at all the award winners, see where they go from here. We have some doctors, we got some lawyers, we got a graffiti artist that did very well. Who was that?
And we're looking forward to seeing some of those young people that may fill those roles coming up on our next segment. Thank you both for being here. Thank you both for doing what you do for the community so much year-round. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Well, coming up, 3 winners from this year's Growing Up Asian in America competition, so stay with us.